The doctor-patient relationship, in my mind, is really the most important aspect of healing. Patients come to us for one reason. They're suffering, they're in pain, they're struggling. And what the doctor really needs to do is to see that pain and struggling. They need to see that. That's all patients really want. They want the doctor to see them in their struggle. And once the doctor sees that and the patient gets it, then real healing takes place. Now, the most important aspect of healing is intention. If the patient's intention is to get well, and if it's the intention of the doctor to support that, if your doctor is positive and you're positive, you're going to communicate more freely, you're going to create a wonderful relationship, and guess what? You're going to create healing.
Up until the time I met Dr. Sinatra, it was a one-way street. It was almost like the doctor that I was going to, the cardiologist, was almost like a Gestapo, like a king. And it was his way or the highway. And really, I didn't want to go the direction that he was directing me in. But the thing I liked about Dr. Sinatra and the new type of doctors, I believe, that are coming out, they listen to the patient, they learn from the patient, they become partners with the patient, and they're working together for the physical welfare of the patient. So the patient does have input. It's his body. He knows it better than anyone else.
My relationship with my doctor, I think, is great. I can come into the office and talk about different things, not only my health. I feel that I can come into the office and say anything to them, and they will listen to me and not think, you know, just a worrywart or I'm a complainer about everything. But the most important thing is that you know you get a good relationship with your doctor, and you know that he or she is concerned about what's going on with you. And you can appreciate that, and you can feel comfortable and relaxed. You shouldn't feel that you're going and your blood pressure shoot up to 200 because you're all nervous and you don't know what to ask or what to say or what they're going to think. And this is what I look for in a doctor, and this is what I want in a doctor.
I got the greatest information from patients when they just sat back and told their story. Once I listen to the patient's story and I look at the body at the same time, I look at the breathing pattern, you know, the energy of the voice, the look in their eyes. Once I correlate the body statement with the verbal statement, then I can make a tremendous assessment. So don't be afraid to tell your story. Tell your doctor everything. Anything is important. And if you're the patient, don't be afraid to ask your doctor to get a second opinion. Let me tell you something. Any good doctor out there is going to welcome a second opinion.
Well, when I went to see my regular cardiologist, he was pushing surgery every time I went to him. So I decided to look for a second opinion. He was a doctor that gave hope and encouragement. There are doctors out there today that it's just like a one-way street. You know, you go to them and it's the end of the line. But that was never mentioned. As a matter of fact, it was just the opposite. He mentioned to me that at my age, most people have similar problems that I had that was not shared with me before. And when I left his office, it was really it was a time of real hope and encouragement. And then the change came. And it's just been wonderful. I was very fortunate. I didn't jump at the first request of the cardiologist. I got a second opinion, and look where it's gotten me, 5 years without any surgery. It's wonderful that we can do things naturally.
As a patient, don't be afraid to bring new information to your doctor. A good doctor will listen and take it in and tell you, no, there's no proof on that, or there's no literature on that, or there's no studies on that. That's sort of a mantra that I used to hear lots of. But nowadays, patients are making a difference, and they're teaching their doctors. Continue to teach your doctor. Be the messenger.